me. Is that your new tape? Star-Lord. Who's the guy with the scary eyes?
He doesn't have a name. He's one of the Space Riders. And he's not scary. He's cool.
Your Space Rider certainly got his hands full. Pretty far out!
Nobody says far out anymore, Ma. Ma!
What?
Nobody says far out anymore.
Oh, your mom does. Maybe we should see if we could get tickets to see them live.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Your mom may not look it, but I was quite the rocker when I was your age. Your father and I would just lie on the hood of my old Chevy and listen to Black Sabbath and...
You like Black Sabbath?
Like I said, your mom's cooler than you think. Oh, we'd look up at the stars and he'd tell me all about the places he'd been.
Mom?
How about some cake, huh?
Yeah, I'll be up in a sec.
You said that 15 minutes ago. If you don't hurry, I'm gonna eat that whole cake myself.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Hey, watch the hair.
Oh! Peter! We've talked about you leaving your toys on the floor.
It's not a toy. It's an action figure.
More like an action landmine. Stab your foot. I will.
He doesn't even... Never mind.
13 whole years. Look at you. Where does time go?
I'll be up in a sec, I promise.
Right.
Are you ready to go, go, go? We'll make our stand. Don't give a damn. This is our time to go from zero to hero.
Oh man, I can't wait to play this. Maybe I can convince Annie to buy it with his paper out money. This will be worth hundreds of dollars someday. Oh man, traveling through space must be amazing. Hope Mom wasn't joking about seeing Star-Lord. Yeah, if they ever decide to play out here in the boonies.
Straight into the fire. Are you ready?
The final battle was awesome. Looked like the heroes were done for, but they pulled it off.
Don't give a damn. This is our time to go from zero to hero.
I can't believe I caught this. That maiden show was awesome.
Are you ready to go, go, go? We'll make our stand. Don't give
Love to be able to ride one of those light cycles.
zero to hero.
Might as well just peel the stickers off and put them in the right spot.
In space, we ride. Going nowhere leaves me satisfied.
Fingers are still cramped from trying to bookmark pages. I know it's not how you're supposed to play, but I'm tired of dying everywhere.
Need to know. Starlight,
The movie was okay. The soundtrack really kicked butt.
dark of night. I don't stare for too long.
Keep hitting those dingers, George. You'll make it in the Hall of Fame for sure.
Black and white, day and night. The wheel turns round and round. Who's a winner? Saint and sinner.
beat Janie's high score. This is embarrassing. 3 natural ones in a row last game. Some barn I turned out to be. It's pretty crazy that all that destruction started from one little mistake. Need to build up my calluses.
Peter Quill. Peter Quill, wake up.
Holy crap, Drax. You gotta stop doing this, man. It's weird.
We are approaching the quarantine zone.
How long was I out for?
15,338 ticks.
That's very specific.
The betrayer is ready to begin her mission. She has requested your presence in the cockpit.
Gamora's on our side, Drax.
She is the spawn of my sworn enemy, a murderess and a traitor. I do not trust her.
Well, try. We're supposed to be a team.
I make no promises.
It ain't just a junkyard. The quarantine zone's the biggest pile of galactic gas in the known universe. Just think of all the tech we can find. Hey, it's only illegal if Nova Corps finds us inside, which they won't.
Groot's right to be nervous, Rocket. Don't underestimate the Nova Corps.
Oh, come on. Am I the only one who ain't scared of the galactic police?
They've got the numbers on us.
But they ain't got the brains. Ha! Sure takes a genius to catch my ship.
My ship!
Who said that? Quill! No, I think I heard him. Never mind. Ah, there you are, Quill. Tell Groot to stop worrying about getting arrested.
I am Groot.
I'm not overconfident. I'm just the right level of confident.
Arrested? For what? Our ship just accidentally slipped into the quarantine zone.
Oops, our navigation malfunctioned.
Oops.
How would we accidentally cross into the Nova Corps force field?
Details!
Nice gizmos, Rocket.
I'm calling them thumpers on account of the noise they make. Assuming we get past the force field and reach your coordinates in one piece, all we gotta do is set them up, and these babies are gonna draw out our monster in no time.
All right, I'll let you get back to it. Sounds like catching that monster will be easier than we thought.
Yeah, the faster we catch it, the faster we get paid. So, Drax, excited to meet our buyer after we catch the monster?
Of course. Lady Hellbender is a legendary warrior and a noble queen.
And she's rich.
That is not a prowess, simply a commercial fact.
As long as she buys her monster, she doesn't need to be royalty.
You are jealous of her status.
No thanks! Being a queen means being born with a target on your back!
Kinda like the one on yours.
Oh.
She's only been here a few months, but her room's already decked out.
Hey, Groot, did that escort job on Orga ever pan out? What do you mean you never called her back? Don't know if you noticed, but we're flarkin' broke.
Drax! About Gamora.
Can this not wait, Peter Quill? I am readying my body for battle.
You know we're supposed to capture this monster, right? Not kill it?
Of course. But I suspect it will not go down without a fight.
Cool it, Muscles. Lady Hellbender ain't gonna buy damaged goods.
I will aim to preserve the integrity of the beast as best I can.
Good.
Rocket! Did you bring back the docking chips you took from the alignment console?
Good old Milano. Engine parts from at least 5 different black markets. All good, buddy?
I'm Groot.
You know, I don't understand you, Groot, but I'm gonna assume you just said something super kind and thoughtful.
I am Groot.
What did the tree say?
No idea.
Oh yeah, you remember that dealer who asked about the emitters? After you left, he leans over to me and he says, what do you need these for then?
I am Groot.
Yeah, like I'm turning the Milano into a dance club or something.
Please refrain from creating this club of dance.
Yeah, we all know how you feel about dancing.
I am Groot.
Well, what was I supposed to tell him? I need them to build some ultrasonic lures so my team of ex-cons can trap a mystery creature in the most legal place in the quadrant. You want to throw in a discount?
Gamora?
Up here, Peter.
Hey, that's my chair.
Oh. Then why aren't you in it?
I was, strategizing. It's just one thing to get into the zone, but we still gotta catch that monster.
Right.
So did I miss anything?
Other than a ton of suspicious glares from Drax, not really. Now, if you're done strategizing, feel free to grab your seat. We're almost ready to go.
Okay, here we go. Rocket, Groot, Drax, get in here. We're going in.
We still have a few ticks before the next time window, actually.
The next one?
Nova Corps security grid resets every rotation. We want to be in and out before our code expires, or we'll get stranded.
If we wait for the next reset, we'll get a full rotation to do this. Nice.
Oh, why's the Novanet still up? Thought we were going in.
It appears the assassin's contacts are as untrustworthy as the betrayer herself.
Oh, please don't tell me Gamora's backdoor codes are bust. We nearly went broke getting them.
Relax, Rocket. We still got a few ticks before the next time window.
The network just reset. You can enter the sequence, Peter. 0451.
That's it? 4 digits?
Suspicious. These security measures are too simplistic for Nova Corps.
It's not that simple. The code only works on this date for this ship.
Oh, I get it. Gamora's codes are more like an encryption key of some sort, designed to integrate temporal...
There! And... we're in!
Incredible.
I didn't realize there was so much stuff left after the war.
Restraint wasn't very popular in the Shatari army, especially with Thanos in charge.
Yeah, it's probably all harmless now. I mean, Nova Corps had 12 years to get rid of the heavy-duty explosives, right?
That's why I like you, Quill. You're so pure. Oh, the wonderful and terrible things I could do with all this tech.
Stay focused, Rodent. We did not come here to scavenge.
Why not? The Milano's weapon systems could use an overhaul. Plus, there's good money in it.
The beast that we seek is far more valuable to the Monster Queen of Seknarf 9 than any illegally acquired salvage.
Whoa! Oh, place is really shifty.
I'm not seeing a monster, but that big cylinder up ahead looks like the mining ship Peter's friend said to look for.
Friend.
For a night? And you'll see the monster soon as we place Rocket's monster summoning thingies.
Clark, yeah. Groot, Quill, suit up. Team Rocket's up first.
I still do not understand why I must remain on board with the assassin.
Oh, because you're part of Green Team.
You assigned me to the team before you named it, and my skin is not green. It's teal.
Teal? Listen, if we want to trick the monster into going inside that mining rig, we need to place thumpers on both sides. 2 sides, 2 teams.
And 2 clicks to the drop side. Ground's too unstable to land the ship, so you'll need to jump.
That's our cue. Let's go, Groot.
Don't worry! Once the thumpers are placed, we'll meet in the middle, and we'll capture the monster. Together.
Very well.
Thumper 1, done.
Meet you at the rendezvous point.
Gamora, take care of my baby.
It's a ship, Peter, not a child.
Oh, can you imagine?
What, the pink coupe? Hey, starboard! Wrong way!
You guys sure you don't need help?
Yep, very sure. Focus on your own task. Nah, it's totally safe. Now, can we please focus less on the toxic goo and more on all this cool war junk it's holding together?
I'm Groot.
He is not a better shot than me. Show off.
Just making sure my guns work.
We don't know what it looks like. Quill neglected to get that info while he was flirting on Contraxia.
It'll look like a monster worth selling. And I wasn't flirting, I was drinking. Yep. Being here definitely feels a little weird.
Yo, Quill! These coordinates are so reliable. How come we're the only ones out here trying to catch this thing?
We're the only ones crazy enough.
Did you just say pew-pew?
What?
Come on, Quill. We still got 3 more thumpers to place. Second one's this way. You find something we could sell?
Nah, just some old correspondence. You know how I like to brush up on galactic war history.
No? Don't think I've ever seen you read anything without pictures.
Pew 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 pew!
Heads up! Dangerous and unstable. Yeah, we get it.
Did not mean to do that.
Smooth as always, Will.
I am Groot.
I'm not encouraging him. I was being sarcastic.
Settle an argument, Rodent. What is this omnipresent pink substance made of?
You mean the ebrium-based nanoresin cluster foam?
Never trust something with that many dashes in its name.
Is it caustic?
Not if it stays outside you. Just don't eat anything. Okay. Guess you're taking the long way now?
Oh!
You okay, Quill?
Yeah, I think so. This, pink resin stuff's definitely strong enough to hold this place together.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, probably strong enough.
Peter Quill, the insubordination of the assassin has become insufferable.
I'm doing exactly what we planned to do.
She is also quite contrarian.
We talked about this on the Milano, Drax. Try harder.
I heard Nova Corps once wanted to cover entire planets in Novanet, just like this place.
I am Groot.
Hostile ones, I guess.
I am Groot.
Yeah, I wouldn't want the world mind picking and choosing. Most of my favorite planets would probably become jails. After we sell the monster, I say we head to nowhere. Do some gambling.
I am Groot.
You can't bluff your way out of a plantain pot. But then, neither can Drax. Taking his share will be easy.
I am Groot.
I'm thinking that big cylinder thing is our rendezvous.
Yeah, that's the mining rig.
So weird seeing it all clustered together like this. Bits and pieces of a war that spanned the entire galaxy held together by pink goo.
Ebrium-based nanoresin.
Whatever. I'm just saying, it's a lot to take in.
Everybody keep an eye out for any good scrap or components. You know, I think I do sort of get it. Thousands of worlds fighting for some fleeting greater good. Oh, look! Yellow and blue. Looks like an old Nova Corps frigate. Nice!
Come on, dude. People probably died on that ship.
Killjoy, why do you even bring us here if the place is so sacred?
I am Groot.
I can name at least a dozen planets with monsters on them, so why here? You think it's to impress Gamora? Like, hey...
Flat broke, Rocket. We need a big break. Aren't you tired of eating yarrow root?
It's so... mealy.
Listen, this is a restricted zone. Whatever monster lives here, nobody else has one.
Lady Hellbender values rarity in her acquisitions.
Exactly.
How many of these ships did you personally destroy, Assassin?
In this massive junkyard, filled with debris from both sides of the war. How do you expect me to answer that?
Dishonestly.
Don't worry, it's safe to walk on, mostly. That's why Green Team's on the Milano. Heck of a lot more dangerous to fly around in here.
I heard that.
Whoa!
Okay. I'm okay.
Ha! Almost made yourself a very late war casualty.
Not funny.
It is strange. I have not encountered any corpses in the wreckage.
Probably got disintegrated when the ships went kaboom. Or the nanoresin absorbed them. Could explain its propagation. Or the closed atmosphere accelerates decomp. You know, I like this. This is fun.
I'm Groot.
The three of them, maybe. Hey, can't a guy want to spend some quality time with his friends? Just imagine what kind of blasters the Chitauri had to use. These frigates.
I am Groot.
I'm not being insensitive. I'm curious. I'm kind of jealous. I told you, we ain't gonna get caught. There's only like 3 ships left in the entire Nova.
Nova Corps has more than 3 ships.
Pretty sure that way's a dead end.
You sure?
Ah, there we go. Path's this way. Come on.
How can you even tell?
Just trust me, all right? Hey, Groot, you think we can find pieces of the Tryon Shard in here? You happy, Quill? You found the thing I told you was there, but you didn't listen. A dead end.
The mythical void.
That's it. Walk of shame.
I am Groot.
Of course he could know. I told him.
You done gloating?
Oh, I am never done gloating.
I am Groot.
Yep, classic me.
I am Groot.
Yeah, I'm sure it's safe-ish. Safer than flying with Gamora anyway.
I heard that.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Didn't scare you, did I?
No?
Aw. You were worried. That's cute.
I am Groot.
Shut up, both of you.
Whoa.
Watch it, Will!
All good, no worries. But watch your step, guys. This junk isn't as stable as we think.
That is one big mushroom.
I am
Fungus, bacteria, mold, space skunk. You know, call it what you want. It's still in the way.
Take that, brittle stuff.
Ugh, I hate these shit.
Gross.
Nice splatter. Hey, 50 units says I can clear more of these suckers than you.
As if. Whoa, what the... Rocket, did you do that?
The scoreboard? You like it? Hacked it into your visor cover last time you took a snooze.
You hacked into my stuff?
Considering how many times I fixed the flarkin' thing, it might as well be my stuff. Optimal thumper placing distance should be just up ahead.
I'm Groot.
I'm thinking right in front, through the giant hole where this ship's cockpit used to be. Well, that's grim.
I'm Groot.
Yeah, try not to think about it. It's better not to wonder what happened to anyone working on these old wrecks. It was a long time ago anyways. Amazing! I should have been recording. Bridge over. I want to see if he's alive.
I'm Groot.
I don't know, but he's twitching. Flarkin, Scott stain, Quill. You okay down there?
Yep. Yeah, just, thought I saw a shortcut.
Right.
Go ahead without me. I'll catch up.
Okay. There's a crapped out Nova Corps missile bay just on the other side. We'll meet you there.
Yellow and blue missile bay. Got it.
Be warned, I was attacked by strange creatures when installing a thumper.
Okay. Crawling through creepy old ship. No big deal.
Easy there, Quill. Pretty sure nothing's gonna jump out at you. Except maybe me and Groot. Remember, these thumpers ain't gonna lure squat if they're in the wrong place.
Don't worry, Drax took notes.
They are rich in detail.
Now this brings back memories.
Hey, Gamora, make sure the Milano don't get stuck in any of this resin. You fall into holy Scott! Quill, was that you?
I shot something, like you said. I've got a way forward.
See? Never fails.
Yeah.
How much of the war did you see, Rocket?
Only the bits that happened as I was doing other jobs. Great thing about a war, nobody was paying much attention. Me and Groot could do pretty much whatever we wanted.
You were a profiteer.
I was making the best of a bad situation.
Green team, checking in. Seeing a lot of instability on our end. What's your latest?
The meat sack fell down a hole.
Is he okay?
He's fine.
Ooh, don't die, don't die, don't die! Aw, hey, little guy.
You dead, Quill? We can hear your wussy squeal even without the comm.
Little busy! Die, blobby thing!
Get it, Quill!
Crap! That's cheating! You guys should have seen that. It was this weird, blobby thing. Not falling for this again. So jiggly!
Don't study it! Shoot it!
Popped another one!
It's his fault for falling!
Stay back!
Don't die! You want to laugh my head!
Everything okay over there?
Quill nearly got himself eaten by a blob or something. Should have heard him squeal.
You must fight with dignity, Peter Quill.
Or at least die with it.
Not funny!
Hey, Drax. What makes you so sure this Hell Lady is gonna buy our monster?
Her name is Lady Hellbender, and her collection of rare creatures is outdone only by the wealth she showers on those who procure them.
If someone was paying top unit for weirdos, I'd know about it.
She is an honorable warrior, not one of your back alley hooligans.
Don't talk about No White Joe that way.
All right, Team Rocket, we've just set up another couple of thumpers.
All you do is fly the ship.
And so far, I haven't abandoned you while you're on the ground.
Can't you wait until all the thumpers are set up before doing that? Quill, we got a lot riding on your gal pal's mystery monster tip. I hope she's legit. Like you could even tell if she had an honest face.
Trust in the plan, guys. Everything is checked out so far, right down to the mining ship. We put our thumpers in the right places, and we'll bag that monster.
Quill knows all about putting thumpers in the right place. And getting monsters in the sack, too. Mother of Scott! Move!
Are you kidding me?
Son of a smash! That was too close! You okay, Groot? Quill?
We're fine, but we can't jump that.
You don't gotta jump. There's a sturdy support beam on this side. Get Groot to grow a bridge across. Just ask him nice-like. He does it for me all the time.
All right, Groot. Let's see that cool viney thing. That's one hell of a party trick, big guy.
Gross! More ship eaters. Ah, they're everywhere. Ugh, I can't stand these things chewing up all this beautiful salvage. All right, back to business. Boom! Right under your nose, Quill.
I am Groot.
Do I look worried? The resin will hold.
I am Groot.
You ain't that heavy. We gotta go that way, across the gap. Somehow. Any bets on what this monster's gonna look like?
I am Groot.
How many legs? Like, more than...
I am Groot.
Yeah, it's close enough for Groot to bridge if you can find a proper handhold. This place really makes you wonder.
About what?
What Nova Corps hoped to do by sweeping all this up and forgetting about it. Look for one of them support bars on the other side there. All this firepower. Now it's all just scrap.
I am Groot.
Yeah. So what do I gotta do to get a last name like Drax's?
Catathians have no need for surnames.
Nova Centurions probably had to tow all the scrap to one place.
I am Groot.
Sure.
So, Drax.
How do we know the monster we're looking for ain't one of these things we already killed?
If it were worthy of Lady Hellbender's collection.
Gamora, when are you gonna share your contacts and sources?
When will you share yours?
What? You know about all my guys.
Groot, I found a hitch. Can you latch onto it?
Hey, Greenies, you see any blue and gold ships out there, you will let us know.
We have seen many such ships.
He means active ones. We haven't talked about what to do if we run into a Nova Corps patrol.
We'll restrain them until we are done here.
Bad idea. Those cops are all connected through their stupid helmets.
If you see cops, you get my ship out. out of here, even if it means leaving us behind.
Flark that!
Trust me, I've dealt with Nova Corps before, even helped them catch real criminals. I can talk my way out.
You think that Milano can outrun a fully powered Nova Centurion?
She's done it before. Okay, here we go.
All right, set her down right there. Yep, one to go. Flark! No, no! Flark and Skaggy! Kratak and batteries fried, that's what's wrong. Maybe you put it down too hard.
Let's just find a solution.
The solution's a new battery, with a charge.
Okay, we're on what's left of a ship. Full of ship things. So much for that. Huh. Worth a shot.
Of course there ain't any plants here.
Hey! A huge power generator! How do we hook it up? Got an oxygen pump here?
No good. It would draw power directly from the ship.
Right! Yeah. Do that.
Of course we're going the right way. Just...
Can you use this missile?
Sure I can. To blow us to pieces. Keep looking.
Found something with a charge. Kinda looks like a spacey car battery.
Lucioid or xenon cell.
Okay, this thing isn't gonna zap me, right?
The chance is... minuscule. At best. You'll be fine.
Here you go.
That'll do nicely. Just let me tinker a bit. I'll have to do some tweaking once I see how much juice this thing puts out. So, watch my back.
Watch it from what? Rocket! Help me scramble some critters!
No, Scott! If I don't rewire this fast, it's gonna short circuit. Fucking monster things! Everyone get ready!
Lights out, eyeballs!
We're just killing party favors! Stop!
Keep him away from that missile, Groot!
If that thing... Thanks for the heads up, bud!
Groot, you're up!
Papa! We're just killing party favors!
Really coming out of the woodwork!
These numbers have got to get relatable!
Come on, you hunk of junk! Easy for you to say! You've got a pointy stick! Done. We're all plugged in.
Wow, just in time.
I'd like to see you fix it next time. Come on, 2 down, 2 to go.
I don't see any way out of the missile bay except that passage, bud.
Will, we found a way out.
Groot's wondering if the reward's gonna be worth all the risk we're taking for this job. Me and Groot are nearly unkillable, but what if the rest of you don't make it out alive?
Guys, we deliver this monster to Lady Hellbender, we'll get bigger payouts, and jobs that don't suck.
A ship for each one of us!
I mean, a team only needs one ship.
Perhaps a more spacious ship.
What? No! I love my baby!
We can modify her. I'd kill for a Gunner's Rotunda.
We'll think about it.
I'm Groot.
Groot wants a plant.
Groot, man! We will get you 2 plants!
I'm Groot.
Man! That thing is ridiculous! Think it was a ship or a robot?
That's a Kree-Sentry, a robot, but it would have been space-worthy. That ain't even the biggest one. They designed at least 5 experimental models twice that size.
How do you know all this?
Because they were my fellow experiments back on Half-World. Most of my parts came from the cybernetics hangar next to the door, so I got a sneak peek at all the new killbots. I could see the parts come and go from my my cage.
I didn't mean to open old wounds.
Most of them are just scars now anyways. This old Kree tech gets me wondering, where would I be now if those blue butt-scuts managed to keep me locked into their half-world experiments? Yeah, chances are you'd be climbing over bits of me right now. I wasn't even a person to the worst of the Kree's mad scientists.
Get a load of this,
More like
Rocket.
a real smart walking gun.
A very talkative gun.
Yeah, that part was an accident. They tried to fix it a few times.
Don't worry, I ain't even gotten serious yet.
I am Groot.
The entire facility was the problem. I wish I'd gone back and blown it up before the end of the war.
Peter Quill. The double agent is trying to lull me into a false sense of security.
Right. And the moment you drop your guard, I'll strike.
Aha! So you admit it!
You got me. My plans are foiled.
Groot, need you to shoot a bridge right into that eye socket.
Now, I want to see you do that to something in combat. Wait, is that... Yes! I'm about to win this bet, Quill!
Here goes nothing. We're inside a giant robot head.
And I got robot parts inside my head!
You have robot parts inside your head.
Hey, Groot, what do you think I should do when I win this bet? I mean with the units he'll owe me once I win.
Found a nest! Maybe this is the parasite.
Don't congratulate him!
Well, I know what I'll be doing with my winnings. I'm saving up for our next stop on Contraxia to get one of those Zeronian massages.
Ugh, you're so predictable. Imagine something this big coming at you. Let's see. When I beat Quill, I'm gonna get my hands on some rotating hyper circuits.
Boo! No one knows what those are.
What do you think, Drax? Should we get in on this bet? Think of all the hyper circuits you can buy.
Are you making fun of me?
I do not wish to acquire hyper circuits.
No, we can't take the giant robot home. And just so we're clear, Green Team is officially ineligible for the bet.
Why?
Well, for one, you need a gun.
I have no need for a projectile weapon.
How's that bet going over there?
I am crushing this!
Just you wait. I'll be catching up in no time. Wonder how many big bot carcasses we'd find looking around the entire zone.
If it's a sentry you're looking at, we've seen at least 3 so far. Were I allowed to participate? I think I'd spend my bet earnings on a night at Liteco.
That's only if you manage to beat me.
Wait, isn't Liteco a fancy pants restaurant out on Vega?
I'm so sick of Yarroot.
Exactly! You suck, Starchod!
What about you, Drax? What would you do if you managed to beat my score?
Pointless speculation. The rodent forbid me from participating.
That's right! One competitor's enough. Lark and Quill and his dual pea shooters.
Guys, status update.
Status update is I'm definitely gonna win.
Status update about the actual mission rocket. We're down to 3 thumpers left.
Incorrect. I have just installed another one.
Make it 2.
You know what, Quill? I think it's unfair. You got 2 guns, I got 1. I think my points should count double from now on.
That's cheating!
All right, Thumper goes there, Quill.
It's not gonna piss off every critter around, right?
Sorry, Quill. Not taking no chances after the last one. I got it tested real quick.
Not again. Rocket!
I only flip the switch on and off to see if it's... Gotta love that kill radius. Oh yeah! I'm gonna murderize the lot of you! It's not a word!
Darn it! I thought we were safe! Oh, come on! Now we gotta deal with junk slugs?
Don't gawk at it! Shoot it!
Very helpful, thanks!
You're welcome! Now stop distracting me! I knew I was missing all the fun last time!
Hey! I'm happy to take this round off! Do we really need to test these things?
Yes, we're not taking
Branch out, you!
Go! Take this! What is needed? Good! Use that beer! Kill them all! How many times have I saved your butt now?
I thought I was a goner, man!
Barely worth the ammo!
Whoa! I'm going back to the Roach Motel!
That one was juicy! Oh yeah! I'm gonna murderize the lot of you! That is not a word!
Nice splatter, Rocket!
I know, right? What was that worth? 5 points?
Oh, come on! You can't just give yourself points like that!
Sure I can. Hey, green team. Looks like we're done installing our thumpers.
Great job. We'll meet you at the mining ship.
All right, mining rig is right there. Of course it's secure. As secure as a broke-down Shitari shipwreck's ever gonna be.
Come on, Groot. We need to get across here. And Rocket wouldn't put you at risk, right?
That's right. I've always got your back, bud. Nah, it just looks unstable like everything else in here. Don't get your twigs in a bundle. Yes, the resin can hold a stupid warship. I'm telling you, it's totally safe. See? I'll even prove it. Huh? Look at this.
Rocket?
Oh, fuck.
Guys, jump!
No! No! Ah! Groot! Groot!
Groot! Buddy, you're okay!
Fine. You flarkin' piece of moldy driftwood! You could have died saving me! I love you too, you selfless son of of a joke. Come on, Quill. He says he'll meet us at the mining ship. I don't want to make him wait.
That's it? We're not going after him?
He says it's fine. We'll meet him later.
Team Rocket, is everything okay? Root signal just went dark.
His radio must have broke when he fell.
What happened to your timber companion?
Group just took a different path. He must have fell and broke his radio.
Yeah, that's it.
Why take a different path?
Team Rocket over. Hope that got rid of him. Sounds like Green Team's off our backs. Now we can stop worrying about that dumb accident. Groot's fine anyways. There's nothing to worry about.
Whatever, right? Like you said, Groot's fine. Everything is fine.
Exactly. We're all fine.
Sure, fine.
Hard to believe all this destruction's because some ugly flarkin' bugs got uppity.
It was a little more complex than that.
Man! If that afterburner kicked on right now, we'd be toast.
Let's hope it don't, because we have to find a way through this thing.
Crap. This turbine's right... in the way. Gotta get through it. These things open up to let gas through, right?
Yep. You saying we're the gas?
Today we are, if we can get it open.
Hey, what gets louder as it gets smaller?
I don't know.
A Shatari and a trash compactor.
Oh man, that one's rough, but good. There's a drone access tunnel over here.
Too bad we don't got a drone.
Can you squeeze in there?
Knew it. Rocket, fix the thing. Rocket, clean up the mess. Rocket, crawl into the mystery hole.
See anything?
Yeah, a manual override.
Team Rocket, we hit a snag. One of our thumper points was covered in resin, so we're gonna fly around to scout another spot.
Just make sure the new spot as close as possible to the original one. Because of maps and angles.
Great. Another turbine.
Yeah, that is how these things are usually built.
Pew! Pew!
Flark! It's stuck on something!
And... boop!
Someone's been practicing.
Come on! Let's get out of here.
Lots of Shatari ship husks out here on the edges.
We're back on track. The mining ship ain't too far.
Think Groot's already ahead of us?
Maybe.
Grab, 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 grab!
It wasn't me this time, I swear! I don't like this!
Hope I don't tear my pants!
I'm tripping this thing with muscles I didn't even know I had!
Oh, crap!
Where's...
Ow! Larkin, son of a...
I told you I saw them.
Great timing! How did you guys...
Good to see you two, but you're gonna want to cross the ship as fast as you can. We're seeing a lot of movement.
Yeah, Scott's getting real violent out here.
Just try to hold her still for us!
That's not gonna be an option soon.
This position is untenable.
Incoming! Watch out! Hang on!
Have you perished, Peter Quill?
Too much debris! I'm taking her out of here!
Go! Keep running!
Stop walking around, man!
Really?
Quill, this way! Yeah, all in one piece.
Got it. Meet you in a tick.
Nope.
Crap!
What?
My visor went supernova. Is it broken?
Overloaded, sounds like. Must be some kind of residual energy in here. Oh, come on! Clark and tensor joint, just neat. Wiggle V. Okay, so life support's booting back up. What's it look like out there?
Holy mother of space barnacles.
Quill, you okay?
Yeah, it's just... Man.
Well, that's concerning.
What was that?
It's a swarm of old cleaner bots. Maybe.
Old cleaner bots.
I don't know. You okay, buddy? Sorry about the shooting.
Yeah, thought you were that freaky thing we accidentally released.
We saw some cleaner bots, accidentally, at a distance. We're totally all right. They just ran away when it saw us, right, Quill?
Rocket, I'm not so sure that swarm thing was inoffensive. I feel kind of bad about releasing it.
Quill took a pot shot at this massive worm nest. Chunk of something fell off and the big floaty creature came out of it. That's all. Remember to watch for useful scrap. If you ain't got enough pockets, get creative. Now you're talking. If only we could all grow pockets. Hey, Groot. How do you make a dead Shatari float? Take your foot off its head. Anything in there?
Not much! Hey, you guys get the Milano parked somewhere safe? Guys?
Maybe they got... tired of hearing you yak.
This place gives me the creeps.
So, Groot, you run into any trouble getting into the rig?
I'm Groot.
Good. I was pretty worried about you. Here you go. Rendezvous coordinates are that way. But we'll have to find a way around the rubble.
I'll try to find a side passage. There's a doorway behind that big thing. Someone help me push it.
Look at this old beauty.
I am Groot.
A table. This is a vintage Model T engineering workbench. They don't make them sturdy like that no more. Hey, come on, Quill. Let's see if this beauty still works. Maybe I can fix up your gear. Hey, hand me that part. It's all yours. One fine tech upgrade, hot and fresh.
I am Groot.
Yeah, there's a way through, if we can clear out that crud. Really? Nothing at all? All right. Come on, Quill, put them pea shooters to good use so we can squeeze in there.
Oh yeah! Nailed it! And, thanks for the upgrade.
All right, let's squeeze them.
So, that thing we set free...
What thing? I didn't see a thing. Definitely don't want to talk about no thing.
Seems a little wobbly. You guys hang back a sec.
Well, Scott!
This place is crawling with ugly! Guys! I'm not alone down here! Holy crap! This is the most punchable thing I've ever seen! One last gross flaily thing!
That thing was freaking nasty!
Man, Rocket, you really missed out. That was amazing.
Team Rocket! Finally. We couldn't hear you before. Something about the mining ship's been messing up our comms.
Yeah, something really ain't right in here. And Quill fell down another hole.
Another... one. I'm parking the Milano, but Drax is out there searching for you.
Maybe you'll find Quill before we do. We're trying to catch up to him.
Guys, we really need to get better at the buddy system.
She is not my buddy. I will find you, Peter Quill. Describe your surroundings.
Old metal, old mining equipment, just old.
Noted. Peter Quill, I have located some old equipment, but I do not see you.
This whole place is old equipment.
Does not narrow my search.
Huh. I wonder if Rocket knows what this is.
You two have any luck?
It is not a question of luck.
Peter, make some noise so we can find you.
Drax? Drax!
Hey, you want to mute your comms if you're gonna scream your lungs out?
Hello? Oh, another freaky thing!
How freaky? Kill it!
You read my mind. This thing refuses to die. I can barely scratch it.
Kill it harder!
I'm killing it as hard as I can. Damn! These things really soak up damage.
Hide behind me! I will protect you!
Nobody's hiding! Rip him off, Drax!
It is acceptable to ask for help, Peter Quill!
Big problems call for the big solution! Thanks, Drax!
Peter, Drax, where are you?
Haircut?
Did I hear blasters?
You sure did.
Save some for me.
Not gonna be a problem.
This adversary is well fortified!
Now it's a fair fight!
It is completely...
My turn!
Peter Quill, unleash me onto these fools!
Dodge this! I just love hearing their shells crack!
Indeed. You greenies found Quill yet?
Found and saved.
Hey,
Go on ahead then. We'll catch up. Just making a, pit stop.
I parked the Milano near the last thumper spot. We'll head that way and keep an eye out for you.
how's my baby?
You can see for yourself if we can get back up there. I could make it up there, but we're gonna need something for you two to climb up on.
All right, pretty sure that baby's our ticket upward. Somehow.
It's a possibility. Maybe try something else.
Anyone got any bright ideas?
If you're not gonna use that visor, give it to me.
She covets the forbidden knowledge of your magic glasses, Peter Quill.
If we can get this thing down, it should give us the extra height we need. That crate is being held up by this crane.
We could free it, were it not out of reach.
Helps to be nimble.
Perhaps the assassin.
Let's see that fancy footwork, Gamora.
Bet you can't do this.
That is physically impossible.
Drax, think you can heft that container?
Behold the might of a Catathian warrior!
You can place it there.
I am on my way. Remember this moment should you ever think of crossing me, assassin.
All right, Rocket. We're back on track.
Oh, yeah, good for you.
I am Groot.
It ain't stealing if it's abandoned. Oh, Flark.
Rocket.
I am Groot.
Not now, Quill.
Need some help moving, Drax.
With ease.
Can you move it over there?
Shall be done.
Hold that for me, bud.
Gladly.
Right about there.
Done.
Rocket.
Perhaps he has located our monster.
We don't even know what it looks like. The intel was extremely vague.
It wasn't vague, it was rushed. It's probably some cute little...
Nightmarish abomination.
Lady Hellbender is a renowned warrior. An ideal specimen will reflect that strength.
Like I said, something scary.
I disagree. Strength is endearing.
I bet it's something cute. Women dig the cute stuff, right?
Yes. All women in the entire universe get weak in the knees when they see something fluffy.
Lady Hellbender is an exceptional female. She would desire only the most worthy of pets.
You've never seen a baby otter playing with its hands.
I cannot refuse. Once we deliver her prize, Lady Hellbender could become an influential ally.
How so?
They say that the mere mention of her name can end a negotiation.
Do you want to turn the Guardians of the Galaxy into an extortion racket?
No. I want people to offer us bigger tasks because they fear her wrath.
Same thing, Drax.
Ah.
Ever see the remains of a planet after one of these things mined it?
They mined whole planets?
Everybody needed war resources as fast as possible. Many systems out there are now just scattered debris.
Were those systems uninhabited?
Depends on who's doing the drilling.
Hunting this thing kinda reminds me of this time when my hamster got loose and I chased her all over the basement.
Ah. Was she a fearsome beast?
Yeah. She had a mean bite. Did you guys have pets?
I had an eyeball in a jar. It never blinked because it didn't have its eyelids, but it always looked like it wanted to.
Okay, moving on to Drax.
I would much rather discuss the eyeball.
It was one of a set, my...
Whoa!
Just keep running! You got some timing! We got company!
Is this from the last Thumper?
We haven't even placed it yet! This place is crawling with monsters! They're food for our quarry and will not be far behind!
Let's just focus on not becoming food ourselves!
We need to regroup!
You're right! This isn't working! Mark! It's like we woke up the whole ship!
There's honor even...
Just hang in there! Guys, huddle up!
It feels like they're everywhere. laughing at us!
And yet, we cannot retreat.
No one wants to retreat, big guy, but I gotta say, it's fucking scary out there, Quill.
All right, listen. This isn't our first rodeo, guys. Problem is, if we play it cocky, just one little mistake and they're gonna bring us down. Who's with me?
That was
Does anyone understand that speech?
What?
Tracks o'clock! What's up? Gets up! Offering Peter Quill! I will destroy you all!
Hey, not all of us.
Beware!
Okay, so green team has its use.
Kick their butts! Told you we could do this!
Your magical words fuel my muscles.
Not such a tough nut after all!
Ah, it has learned its vital lesson. This one mocks our every effort.
We ain't such a bad team.
Well said, rodent. Glorious. Bring on our monster. I am engorged with the thrum of battle.
Didn't need to hear that.
Come on, last thumper spot is this way.
How do you know?
My senses are fine-tuned to measure even the tiniest vibrations.
Really?
No, I'm tracking it on my display.
It looks like it's still got some juice. Give it a go, Rocket.
What a genius at work!
You are a miracle worker, man.
This tech was built by people who make holes in giant floating space rocks. It's almost insulting. We'll need a good staging spot for the last thumper.
I have to say, that is an immaculate parking job.
Thanos never tolerated imperfection.
Never been a problem for Quill.
What do we do if this monster turns out?
Yeah. This is it. Last spot.
Can't wait to be out of here. This place feels like it's about to collapse on itself.
I cannot wait to meet our monster.
I thought you were mostly interested in meeting the buyer.
She is a respectable collector.
Is it working?
Yeah, don't worry, Sunshine. Ow!
Is it, doing it?
What?
It appears to be broken.
Ain't nothing broke! That's the sound it's supposed to make!
What sound?
You can't hear that!
Hear what?
Our monster has arrived.
I see it.
Good. Oh, crap, the door, It works. Let's catch our monster. Man, that thing's fast!
Don't let it get behind you. It could be poisonous.
Lady Hangrypanda is poisonous.
That's one less thing to hide behind.
Good thinking, Quill.
Smoke the rocket!
We should have brought a net.
The Tathian hunter needs no net. This beast is proving formidable.
Proving annoying.
Nowhere left to hide.
But it can still run. Gotta be some way to slow it down.
Abomination, perhaps you speak its language.
Ugly, smelly, it has more in common with you.
Root, snag him!
What flark is that?
Definitely not a monster.
Adorable. It's more matted than an Asgardian go-
We cannot present this pathetic creature to the Monster Queen of Sector 9. She will laugh at us.
Maybe we can use it as bait.
I knew those thumpers wouldn't work.
What? My thumpers are state-of-the-art. Musclehead's the one who rushed at the first thing that came through the door.
My head is not made of muscle.
What the? You guys seeing what I'm seeing?
Yes. Now that is a monster.
Alright. Enough with the warm-up. Time to catch us a real monster. Let's get paid.
What in hell's name is that?
Definitely not cleaner bots.
Watch it!
The whole place is crapping out. We gotta get out of here, now!
Curse these volatile ruins!
Let's go!
Hold on to your butts, people! Rocket, hit the music!
On it!
Focus on flying, Peter.
Someone play this man a song!
Now we're talking!
Watch the ship!
I'm watching!
You ain't! Drax, what are you doing?
I am holding my buttocks as Peter Quill instructed.
Watch it!
Someone give me a hand! Am I right?
How about one upside the head? Heads up!
We have debris incoming! Blow it away, Quill!
Time to thread the needle!
Don't even think about it!
Quickest way through is through!
Peter!
You fear dying with a guilty conscience, assassin!
Don't you get goo on my ship!
My ship!
That's it. Let me drive. You're gonna get us killed.
We're not dead yet.
Maybe we are, and this is hell.
Do not be ridiculous. This place lacks the eternal frost of Sardunia.
Your hell is frozen?
The Tathians do not like to be cold.
Try putting on a shirt.
See? Think so?
Brute says watch out!
Yeah, thanks for the heads up!
You want me to take the control?
No, I've got this!
Clearly.
Watch it! Don't get us killed, Quill. There's still so much stuff I want to steal. We ain't gonna make it. Hit the blue button!
What blue button?
The one for the secret boosters I added!
Will you please stop adding things while I'm asleep?
Punch it, Peter!
Now is not the time for hand-to-hand combat.
Whoa! Look, Yeah, definitely a fan of the blue button.
We're shot on all sides. We ain't gonna make it!
We'll make it! Maybe!
There's the exit!
See? Home stretch!
Our last breath!
Yeah! And that's what I call a win, people!
How's that a win? Our monster just got eaten.
Whatever you can fly away from.
Means you screwed up because you had to fly away from it.
Don't be Novacore, please don't be Novacore, please don't be Novacore.
It is Novacore.
It's a patrol ship. Designation, Hallis Hope.
Did you say Hallis Hope?
There's this thing I gotta do. I'll be right back.
We need to get rid of that animal. Now. I'm serious, Peter. If it stays on the ship, we all go to prison.
No one's going to jail. It's a harmless space llama thingy.
Harmless? Remember Inakubi?
Not really, no.
That's because they scorched the planet because an idiot smuggled in an Exelon.
I will eject the beast into space.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're not ejecting anything. It'll make us look guilty.
It could be carrying Zephron's disease.
Which is why Drax is gonna hide in the secret cargo compartment behind Groot's plants.
Peter, Jason, Quill.
Really? My middle name? Hey, Corell! How you doing? How long's it been? 2-3 years? You look good. You been tanning?
This is a new low, Peter. Even for you.
Corral, I swear it's not what it looks like.
That you're a junker trespassing in the most restricted area of space? Who consorts with thieves and murderers, apparently.
Hey, killing people for money ain't murder, lady.
Come on, Corral. You know me. We've been to hell and back. Sure, I've done some shady stuff since the war, like really shady stuff. But junking?
I just caught you pink-handed, leaving the quarantine zone.
Technically, yes, but we weren't scavenging.
Right.
Peter Quill, I found these items in the space that you told me about. There was not enough room for both the other thing and these.
Peter Quill, of planet C-53, under Galactic Law ZXP-47, I am putting you and your crew under arrest for
Actually, can I call you back?
What?
Please tell me that is not a crate of super illegal tech.
It is a crate of super illegal tech, which also happens to be very valuable.
Really?
What? We're on a Ravager ship. Even the Flarkin bulkheads are stolen.
Well, we can't fit both in the compartment.
I will eject the crate into space.
Eject the crate and I melt your face! The Milano's weapon systems are 4 generations behind, Quill. We need that tech, more than we need some stupid farm animal.
That farm animal could be a Class 3 biohazard. You want to end up in the kiln?
Hide Rocket's crate.
Peter! You're willing to gamble on a space llama thingy?
I'll convince Corell the llama's harmless. She knows me.
And I know Corell.
Not like I did.
You slept with a cop?
He wasn't a cop back then. The point is, I can get us out of this, guys. You just gotta trust me. Oh, and that would be your boarding party. Just speak to Centurion Corell.
Silence, prisoner. Bender has no time to meet with law-breaking pirates like you.
That's just it. We're not pirates. We're legally incorporated heroes for hire.
Yeah, that's right. You check those records, Buckethead. Novacore licensing permit 67398-2.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No. Rocket.
So I let Groot fill out the paperwork. I fixed it with an addendum.
Not the most well-known heroes you could hire, but definitely in the top 5 of Most awesome names. Contributing members. Groot, a Flora Colossus. Last of his kind, fearless in a firefight, an awesome best friend. Rocket, bona fide super genius and a wizard with explosives. Definitely not a raccoon. Gamora, adopted daughter of Thanos, deadliest woman in the galaxy. Need we say more? Drax the Destroyer, convicted serial murderer and galactic war hero, often grumpy. Last and definitely least, Peter Jason Quill.
That's it? That's all you wrote?
It was a character limitation.
Sorry, excuse me, I just need to...
Cadet Gold, what are you doing here?
Oh, you don't know? Really? It says right here. Prisoner processing training. I'm your official trainee.
Aren't you a little young for the Corps?
Aren't you a little old for that hairdo?
I should check with the captain.
No. No. She definitely signed off on this. You know how thorough she is about signing stuff? If I may, sir, the real concern here is Regulation 7A regarding prisoner footgear. That one's jet boots are in clear violation.
They're decorative.
Good work, Cadet Gold.
Great. There goes Plan B.
You don't need a plan B. I got this.
No, you do not got this, pirate. I got this. Now fall in line.
Time to go, prisoners.
Watch the jacket.
Cadet Gold, you know the arrest protocols?
All memorized, sir. First thing we do...
First thing you do is apologize. We're legitimate business-like folk on legitimate-like business.
We're not hunting an illegal creature in illegal space.
Everyone just do what they say. When I see Corral, I'll explain...
The captain isn't going to see you. According to protocol, you're to be taken straight to the brim.
Hold it right here. Is there a problem?
Yes! No faith energy, no power. No power. No container. A single spark.
Techs are looking at it. They say that.
They cannot even fathom. How can they fix what they cannot understand?
Put the Grand Unifier's mind at ease. Run the scanners again.
What the flark is a Grand Unifier?
Grand Unifier Raker. Leader of the Church of Universal something. He was floating dead in the quarantine zone. Looking for God.
All right, pirates. Let's go.
We caught him just like we caught you.
Difference is, I know the captain. As I was saying, you just tell the captain that I...
Mom explicitly said she doesn't want to see you.
Yeah, Quill.
Wait.
Bro never mentioned
You mustn't
daughter.
touch that!
Hold on! Quill! Peter! Hold on to something, Quill! No!
Hey, kiddo, you there? Nova girl!
Yeah, I think so. Let me just see if I can...
Hold on! I'm sorry. That's mine. Get boots! That gold, was it?
Nikki?
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Nikki. Okay, Nikki, here's the plan. You're gonna jump and grab my legs while I hold on for dear life.
That doesn't sound like...
Trust me, kiddo. We got this. See? This isn't weird. At all. Doing great.
Okay. That was kind of amazing, huh?
Whoa! Thanks.
Mom wouldn't be impressed if I lost my first prisoner.
Your mom, right?
Come on. We need to get out of here. There's a glass door around the corner. We'll be safe there. Here. Help me with this. Ready?
Together. On 3, 2, 1. Go! Go! Yeah. Okay.
We need to keep moving. This way.
Yeah, Nikki?
Whoa.
Just stay
I knew there was
close.
something wrong about that church. Who goes fishing for God in a junkyard?
Oh man, this is bad.
Just give me a sec. Come on.
You know, I could probably help with the door if we undid these cuffs.
Regulation 3B. Never undo restraints.
Come on, you clearly need my help.
No! You're my prisoner, and I got this.
Obviously.
Ah! Okay, we're gonna have to find another way.
We sure there isn't a way through here?
I'm in charge here. As senior op...
Whoa! You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. You?
Oh, dandy.
Okay, this way.
Shouldn't we be going up? Back toward the others?
There's another blast board.
Are you kidding me?
Relax, you're fine. Ish.
I mentioned how useful my jet boots would be right now.
Okay, I can do this.
Not to rush you or anything.
Almost there. Yes! Got it! Through here. Whew.
Nice work.
Thanks. You didn't do too bad yourself, pirate.
Call me Star-Lord. Or Peter, or, you know, Nova Cadet Butt Saver.
Okay. Peter. So, listen. I have some good news and some bad news about your friends.
Give me the good news.
They're all fine. I mean, they all have life signs.
So, what's the bad news?
They've been processed and put in the brig. Come on. Flark! Pipes must have burst.
Should we try using that thingamajig of yours to call someone?
We don't need help. I know what I'm doing. Now help me block this fire so we can get through.
Sure. Just that everyone must be worried. Captain's kid goes missing.
Captain's kid is still a corpsman. Now are you gonna help me or not?
Easy does it.
There, see? You don't need to worry about me. Enough people around here do that already.
Look, as the adult in the room...
Yeah, adult isn't exactly how my mom described you.
How did Carell describe me?
Liar.
Is that robot wearing makeup?
What? Oh, yeah. That's just it's. I know all the bots down here. They're kind of my friends, I guess. I reprogrammed most of them.
And gave them faces.
Maybe.
No, I mean, it's cool. Give them personality. Very cool.
Okay, wow. That's just blatantly gonna ignore me and go crawling into a dead end. Regulation 2B. Prisoners must stay close at all times.
Really got them all memorized, don't you? Does your mom know you play down here?
Probably not. But what else am I gonna do? Not like there's any other kids on board.
You know, I didn't have a lot of friends at your age either. Granted, I was in prison, but still.
So Mom was right about you.
It was a Shatari prison. I was just a kid.
I have so many questions. Were your parents in prison too?
No, my mom, died. I didn't know my dad.
How do you know my mom, exactly?
We fought together on Mercury during the war. She was, is a real spitfire.
More like real controlling. And bossy and judgmental. You're just a kid, Nikki. You don't know what's good for you, Nikki. Stay out of the escape pods, Nikki.
I kinda know what you mean.
You do?
This is a new low, Peter. Even for you, Peter. It's restricted space, Peter.
Yep, that's her. Where do you think you're going?
Just making sure this place is safe and secure from the, you know, fire.
This way. Any day now.
Are you sure this is the quickest way to the brig?
I thought you didn't want to go to the brig.
Okay.
It's a dead end. Trust me.
Of course I trust you.
Clearly.
This another one of your bots?
Yeah, her name's Jocasta. She keeps an eye out for stuff. I'm still in charge here, you know?
Of course you are. If this is an attempt to escape your mom's ship, I really need to know, because I may or may not be super interested. Just really need to make sure it doesn't look like a kidnapping.
What? No. Just promise you won't tell anyone about this.
Oh, wow!
Don't laugh.
No. This is cool. It's like your secret hideout, right? Definitely prefer this to the brig.
We're not staying. I just need to check on Ultimo. His gyros have been all screwy.
Take your time. Hey, this is Mercury, right?
Uh-huh. It's supposed to represent this big battle Mom was part of. You said you were there, right?
Oh, yeah. Your mom was dead in the water until me and the Ravager showed up. You should really fix this.
You want me to draw you in?
In the interest of historical accuracy.
Hey! Secret stuff. Off limits.
No adults. I get it.
Anyway, I'm all done here. We should probably get back before Mom completely freaks.
Yeah, I've seen your mom overreact before.
It's like, I'm not a kid anymore, you know?
Tell me about it. More crawling, yay!
So, you get where I'm coming from, right? Like if you do end up talking to my mom, the subject of me happens to come up.
Say no more. I'll make sure Corell knows what a good job you did.
No! I mean, thanks. But ideally, Mom never needs to know I was in the hangar at all.
So I never saw you?
Exactly! Never saw me. Never saw my passkey. You may have heard of Nikki Gold and how cool she is, but that's it. Almost at the elevator. We're home.
Need a hand?
Yes! Got it! Mom? I can explain.
Nikki.
I'm fine. Mom, seriously. A-okay. Barely a scratch.
What in Hollis' name were you thinking? Sneaking out with an arresting squad? Running around with criminals?
Alleged criminals?
You almost died! Do you have any idea how grounded you are right now?
Mom! You promised to give me more leeway.
Leeway doesn't mean lying to my officers. Or sneaking around behind my back.
Look, it's my fault some guy's ship blew up.
Restricted areas are restricted for a reason.
You treat me like a prisoner!
You're a child! Are you even listening?
Whoa. We've all been through a lot today. Let's just all take a deep breath and recognize that maybe we've all made some mistakes.
Make sure the fire is out and the hangar's secure.
Yes, Commander.
And find out why that churchman's shuttle exploded.
Grand Unifier Raker has been less than cooperative.
Make him cooperate. And you two? With me.
I knew you'd overreact. You always overreact. Even Peter was saying so.
Oh, he was he? I suspect Peter misspoke, something he often tends to do. So I suggest you worry less about what he said and more about what I'm saying now.
For what it's worth, Nikki totally saved my butt. She handled herself really well. You have every reason to be proud of her.
Coming from you, Peter, it's worth extraordinarily little.
Why are you being mean to him? Just listen to what he's saying.
I don't care what he's saying.
Upper level. Captain's quarters.
Finally.
Initiate lockdown.
Lockdown initiated.
What, are you gonna kill us?
In theory, these doors don't open until I say so.
Yeah, I know how lockdown works.
I don't think you do, because somehow you keep bypassing every security measure on this ship, and I want to know how. Or you can just show me.
Mom! I seriously have no idea what you're talking about. Isn't this like against galactic law? Or something?
You know, this reminds me of the last time I was stuck in an elevator. I was with this Shi'ar girl, and she...
Ew! What is wrong with you?
She was a lovely person.
Someone, please get me out of here. No one leaves until you tell me what I want to know.
You already know everything.
No, I don't. I know you're a magnet for danger, and that you somehow keep getting caught in restricted areas of this ship.
I'm small. Okay? I fit into places.
Being small doesn't get you past security, or through the hangar bay checkpoint, or the maintenance tunnel blast doors.
There was that system-wide glitch, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, security was down for a while.
No, it wasn't.
Seemed pretty down to me.
Are you seriously lying for a 12-year-old right now?
12? Oh wow, I thought she was at least 16.
Peter!
What? She really knew her stuff. She's a smart kid.
Too smart. She keeps bypassing security. Unless you have a level 6 access to my ship all of a sudden? Didn't think so. Nicolette Gold, empty your pockets.
No. You empty your pockets.
Nikki?
It was me. Yeah, all those locked doors back there, I hacked them.
You hack them?
Yeah, I'm a hacker now. I hack stuff. You know, beep, bop, boop, 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 beep.
I told him it was restricted.
That doesn't explain the falsified orders.
I don't know what to tell you, Mom. Your security staff have been sleeping on the job. All I know is I'm not hiding anything. I wouldn't do that.
To be continued. Disengage lockdown.
So, can I go help secure the hangar now?
No, you can go back to your quarters and you can stay there for the next 30 rotations.
But Mom!
I can make it 30 cycles.
So, rough day, huh? Exploding shuttles, quarantine zone trespassers, missing kid.
I have no idea.
Chewie. I can't believe you still have him. Can't believe you survived. Mercury was what, like 1,000 degrees?
More like 1,000 cycles ago. You can keep him if you want. He is yours.
Hey, I ordered him to look out for you. Expect him to keep doing his job. Especially, you now have a daughter, apparently. 12-year-old daughter, who you didn't have during the war. 12 years ago when we...
Peter. When we picked up your ship, part of me was excited. At first. But then after all this time, you haven't changed. At all. You're still the same...
I've changed. Whatever the fine is, I'll pay. Just give me 3 cycles. Let me prove that I'm not still... whatever it is you're gonna finish that sentence with.
You're gonna pay 8,000 units in 3 cycles?
Wow, okay, that is a lot of money. I was thinking that maybe...
The fine's non-negotiable. My search party found a Class 2 biohazard wandering around your ship.
That's all they found, right? Okay. You'll get your money on time, no problem. This Guardians of the Galaxy thing, we are this close to getting it off the ground. And if I didn't have these handcuffs on, I would show you just how very close we are.
Why do I feel like I'll regret this?
Oh, come on. When have I ever... You won't regret it. Promise.
You've got 3 cycles, Peter. Not 4, not 5, 3. Contact me when you've got the unit.
And if we don't?
The device we installed will deactivate your ship, and you will all go to prison.
Gotcha. We won't let you down.
What the hell, Peter? You said you could get us out of this.
I did. 8,000 units is a small price.
8,000 units?
That is a tremendous sum.
Where are we gonna get that kind of money in 3 cycles?
By robbing a freaking bank, apparently.
Okay, so we got fined. So we have a Nova tracking thing on our ship that's gonna shut down our engines if we don't pay that fine in 3 cycles. At least we're not on a prisoner transport.
Not yet.
Come on, guys. You're Drax the Destroyer, man. You killed Thanos.
Allegedly.
Are you gonna let a little fine slow you down? And Gamora, you're practically an MI6 agent, but way hotter and cooler. There's nothing you can't do.
Here it comes.
Rocket, you're an actual genius and the scrappiest dude I know. How many prisons did you break out of?
7.
You are Groot. Guys, we're supposed to be a team. All we need to do is figure out how broke we are and come up with a plan. So check your quarters. Check between the sofa cushions. Check under the crafting bench. If you find any spare units lying around, grab them. I'll do the same in my quarters.
All right.
This is why you don't sleep with cops, Quill. They put bombs on my ship.
My ship.
I am watching you, rodent.
What's that supposed to mean?
It is common knowledge that rodents hoard nuts, stolen technology, units.
Okay, first off, I ain't a hoarder nor a rodent.
I know you have a stash hidden aboard this ship. Fetch it, now.
There ain't nothing to fetch. Groot blew our stash on Contraxia, and the rest I gave to Quill and Gamora for the dash quarantine zone access code.
A likely story.
Why don't you go bother someone else?
I intend to. Open this door! I know you are in there, sentient tree!
So are you?
You cannot hide behind this door forever!
Drax, let it go! Nobody's stashing units!
We shall see.
Thanks for telling him. So, you here to talk, or you just want a gear upgrade?
You're not still upset, are you?
It'd be a lot better if we didn't have 3 cycles to pay a fine.
Hey, remember that time on Conlar? With the Badoon and that really hot Ascavarian girl?
Yeah, her buddies would have spaced your stupid Humy butt if me and Groot hadn't busted in.
I had things under control, mostly.
Ha! Too bad you're broke, Quill. I should be charging you for all the times we saved you.
Name one other time you saved me.
Contraxia, Nowhere, Paramitar, Ceres, Contraxia again, Malador...
Okay, so I owe you. Big.
I should have turned you in for Yondu's bounty. Sure as Scott wouldn't be scrounging for units to pay off your Nova girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend. But admit it, you like being a Guardian of the Galaxy.
Still on the fence about the brand name, but keeping the Milano as collateral was a pretty smart move.
Never agreed to that.
If you'd rather, I'd turn you in.
Don't worry. I know you put a lot into this team. I'll make it up to you.
You better. If you want to make it up to me, find a way to pay this flarkin' fine.
Got you covered. I've made it foolproof, just for you.
Why does this thing look so sinister?
Hey, who said you could touch that? I don't go into your room and touch your stuff, Quill.
What? You hacked my visor and added a scoreboard to it while I was sleeping.
That was different. I improved it. Also, did anyone tell you that you snore? I thought Drax was bad, but wow. Quill, you should really get that checked. You sound like a Torg.
I don't snore that loud.
Yeah, okay.
So what is this thing anyway? It kind of looks like a metal face hugger.
That is clearly a spinal control unit.
Yes, right, of course, a spinal control thingy.
Back on Half-World, Kree scientists use these to keep us super soldiers in line. They'd press a big, fun red button and zap! Instant obedience.
Holy crap. Rocket. How many of you super soldiers were there on Half-World?
When the Kree started, 100, maybe. By the time I escaped, just me and Lila. She was the first one not to die from the control unit.
And Lila is also a...
What? A raccoon?
Or not a raccoon?
You gotta understand. She was afraid of them, and the control unit made sure we stayed in line. That I stayed in line.
Oh, that sounds... awful. I can't imagine.
So, I did what I do best. I found a way to overload the control unit. When the Blueskins let us out of our cage, kaboom! I blew a hole into the side of the lab. What we didn't know, what I didn't know, was that the lab was protected by sentry bots. We got to the security fence and Lila covered me while I hacked the modulator frequency, and as soon as it opened, she pushed me through the door. I heard her die, Quill.
Ah, Rocket.
Doesn't matter now. Past is the past, right? And that thing, it's just a reminder.
What exactly did the Kree do to you?
They ripped me apart and rebuilt me over and over and over again until I became this half-finished thing they could mold and shape and control.
Oh, right.
Do you know what it's like to lose all control of your body? To be in things you're doing? I wanted to.
Good ceremony.
One day.
Are you...
Controls make anyone control a few bad men.
I'm... Hey, Bluebird, you copy? I know you think I sold you out, and... Gamora, I was just...
Who are you talking to? What's a bluebird?
It, was Yondu's call sign. He was Bluebird and I was the kid.
Let me get this straight. Yondu Udanta, leader of the Ravager space virus, scourge of the Sirius system and all-around scoundrel, used Bluebird as his call sign?
Even had it embroidered on the back of his jacket.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Pretty much from the day we met.
How did you two meet? Terrans and Centaurians aren't exactly neighbors.
We met on Chitauri Prime, about 3 years into my sentence.
Wait, Yondu was a prisoner of war? I thought the Ravagers were neutral.
They were, and they also weren't. Yondu and I were cellmates. First thing he said when they put him in my cell was, "Boy, don't be going and getting attached, because I'm just here for the food." And the food was pretty terrible, so...
Yeah, that sounds like Yondu.
I had cellmates before, and none of them lasted long. The Chitauri have these gladiatorial games, and...
You got used to people dying.
Not sure about that, but I didn't expect anyone to last long. I also didn't have my translation implant back then, so I might as well have been alone. But Yondu, he actually spoke English. Said he'd offered to translate in exchange for extra rations.
So even in the snake-infested...
I just needed...
How did...
Hands of the resistance.
For a buck?
The Ravagers... Nova Corps, but...
You were with... I felt the same. Ooh, I wanted...
Yes, like I had joined make Yon...
Space Dad? Oh, yeah.
Well. Let's see if we can find some stray units in here. Really?
$37 units?
We appear to be 7,963 units short. If we intend to keep our ship, Peter Quill...
I know. We clearly need a plan.
And reconsider my initial proposal.
Oh, no.
Yes, we should go...
Drax, there are...
What?
Oh, come on.
Quarantine is
holding out on
My
us, Quill.
figurines are not knickknacks.
Oh, team's in trouble. Then you can't be bothered to make no sacrifice.
For the Mocking
I will
Star
sacrifice
system.
your head.
And take us to the majestic mountains of Kakara.
Guys! I think we should hear out Groot for once.
He says we should combine both ideas.
Sell Gamora's trinkets to Fin Fang Foom. It is brilliant.
Yeah, you know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster. He's not. He's the sweetest, most...
I am Groot.
No, you don't. This ain't something you can pretend.
I am...
Oh, yeah? You want monster? I'll show you monster!
Whoa, guys!
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
Sell Groot? I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He's cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage. Master Queen would pay a great sum for...
Really?
How are you okay with this?
Because
I am Groot.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hell...
Yeah, well...
I also...
2 votes each. Peter?
Well, Rocket's definitely scarier on the inside. He's unstable and vicious and totally oblivious. The point of yours to bust you out. Okay with this. All right, let's do this.
We're not seriously flying into that.
You say the weather patterns of Seknarf 9 are tied to the temperament of its ruler.
That's not how women work.
Or weather. Anyways, I'm sure it looks worse than it is.
There! That's Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Yeah, this
Getting close, Quill. I don't want to walk in this.
Whoa! Yep, no problem. Flying the wrong way.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment.
Piece of cake.
You can't be serious.
What? This way we can scope things out before we finish the transaction.
We're like 100 clicks from her base.
You know how much I like scoping. Nope. Okay.
I hope y'all like walking, because this is gonna take a while.
Next time, I'm flying.
Monsters do not fly ships.
Monsters do whatever they want.
Don't you get all gloomy right now. Don't help.
Because your constant complaining does?
You are complaining about the short one complaining.
We're all complaining. Happy?
Whoa, glad Corel didn't find that on top of the space llama.
Hope that jacket of yours is waterproof.
Of course. It had to be raining.
They say that Seknarf 9 is inhospitable to soft-bodied beings. We shall see how you fare, Peter Quill.
I am Groot.
No, we should not go. We got to. It's different.
Okay, here we go.
I ever mentioned how much I hate rain?
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far!
That is not a castle. It is an impregnable fortress.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer! We'll figure it out on the way!
There is nothing to figure out. As beast merchants, we will easily gain access to Lady Hellbender.
Good! We've already got a beast! All that's left is the merchant part!
Good thing I put on my official merchant costume.
There is no such thing! Right?
The fact you ain't sure don't bode so good.
Whoop! Ah! Ew! Ah! Ouch! Ugh. Hey, is my jacket all right?
At least you got a jacket. Some of us are soaking here.
Less whining, more walking.
Hey, Stormlord. We ain't seriously walking through this. It'll take forever in this storm.
Stop complaining. The hardship will strengthen your spirit.
At least we'll have time to think about our sales pitch.
Small, furry creature, lightly used.
Underwhelming. The rodent has menacing fangs. We shall focus on them.
Talk about underwhelming.
You won't be so dismissive when I bite off your...
We got this. Just don't fall and we'll be fine.
Breathe. Space Lady and Hellbender's rage head on.
Almost sounds like you want to get hit by lightning.
I would not expect a Chitauri trader to understand the underlying value.
The underlying value of getting killed?
Of being direct, you child of subterfuge.
What is your problem?
Lady Hellbender scoffs upon duplicity and dishonor. Your reputation is why she tests us.
Can we refocus here? We're here to trick some lady, not kill each other.
She's not just some lady. Lady Hellbender's a known warrior.
And a queen.
And stinking rich.
Exactly! She's a stinking rich warrior queen businesswoman, and she won't be able to resist a good deal. Same as us.
Perhaps some of us.
If Lady H is so powerful, why does she live on this scuttball?
Seknarf 9 is her ancestral home. A concept you are clearly unfamiliar with, Abomination.
Where you're from ain't what matters, meathead.
It matters to Lady Hellbender.
It'd be a whole lot drier if we went through the jungle below.
And lose sight of the fortress? Trust me, this is better.
That was way too close!
Well played, Lady Hellbender!
reasonable.
This storm really ain't doing it for me, Quill. It is no storm. It is her monstrous breath. Yeah, well, her breath ain't doing it for me either.
She doesn't even know we're here.
Can we at least agree this was the worst landing in history? So what if it's the right planet? It's the wrong side of the right planet.
I, for one, embrace your challenge, Lady Hellbender.
Okay, so maybe this wasn't my most perfect landing. Happy?
Guys! Focus! Keep an eye out on those big blue ones and take cover when they hit. Or we'll get blown right off!
Good advice! Fuck! Okay, this might be more dangerous than I thought.
I thought you lived for danger!
Yeah, keyword live!
If any of you die, I'm going back to the ship. Whoa! I ever mention how much I hate being wet?
Fuck, not again!
Who says we should hide under him?
That is a terrible suggestion!
Just keep moving!
Everyone okay? We should have gone to Mako 4.
Hey, check out the old resistance ship. Thing's been shot to hell.
No doubt by this one and her Chitauri friend.
We weren't
Not sure. But it ain't moving.
I would be wary, Rodent.
I was getting bored anyway!
Glad we can entertain you!
Meet your maker! Yeah, I smell it too! Well, slime speeding up! Shooting the jelly's no good!
The outer muck is only a distraction from its nucleus!
Send it their way, Drax! Unify him! I'll use Drax!
Horrendous now!
We need to get to the core!
Spikes are incoming!
Watch it! Spike! Like a hot knife!
Throw that, Drax!
Well, she can keep him. Someone get rid of the giggle!
Show him some muscle!
I will enjoy this! The jelly is charging!
Jelly's on the offensive!
This is the local fauna!
Won't be the last thing that tries to kill us!
Get off their insides!
Help me out here!
Looks like even she's got her limits!
All right, I'm good.
That's why I'm here!
Prepare yourself, Steve!
I was getting bored anyway.
Being fried by lightning wasn't exactly enough for you! It's just soaking up everything we throw at it! Ready!
Make like a tree! Watch the spiky things!
I would not dismiss some aid!
Hey, Quill! I think the big guy's seen stars!
You'll be fine. Destroy the forest to kill them.
My great strength goes underutilized! Perhaps these were sent by Lady Hellbender.
Well, she can keep them.
Root! Hog time! Yes, this is the local fauna! Their locomotion is mesmerizing!
So that's what a monster around here looks like?
We are outside Lady Hellbender's sanctuary. The creatures here are not her pets.
They sort of do look like food.
We're gonna be food if we don't climb out of here.
Where the flark is she going?
No else fails, shoot stuff.
Words to live by.
Having fun? There's a trail going through the jungle! Try to find a way up!
Drax, you could pull this reactor out gently, right?
If it were combustible, the rodents would have shot it by now.
He makes an excellent point.
Shall I continue ripping it apart?
No. I think we're good.
This husk should be easier to climb than the muddy terrain.
I ain't comfortable calling it a husk. as we're about to climb it and all.
Clearly not a hug. I'm going to scout ahead. Try not to kill yourselves on the way up.
There they are. Wing controls. Great. We made it halfway up. Now what?
Maybe if we could lower that wing somehow. All right, Rocket. That wing control panel's all yours. Hope it still works.
Great. Everyone watch out for beeping red lights.
What? Why?
This is a resistance ship. We'll be lucky if there's only one booby trap on it.
Clark! That don't sound like no jelly thing.
They say that Lady Hellbender's call echoes throughout the planet.
That don't sound like no lady either.
Careful! Looks like something big moved through here.
Yay!
Let me guess. Some kind of monster thing.
Good guess. Well done.
Any chance it doesn't know we're here?
Nope. Only question is, which one of us it'll jump first?
It's probably not gonna jump us.
Mm-hmm.
This place is a Flarkin maze. All those trees look like...
Like giant strings of saltwater taffy!
What? What's taffy?
It's sweet and delicious and it melts in your mouth.
You sure you want to get lost out here?
Relax, I'm just looking around.
There's further proof that we're not welcome here.
If we turn back every time we ain't wanted, we never go anywhere.
Good point.
Can you get us through here, Gamora?
Whatever it takes to find Hellbender.
Her name's Lady Hellbender.
Yeah, Gamora.
If we want an audience with her, we will have to start showing some respect.
This from the guy who calls me Harlot Spawn of Thanos.
An accurate description. We all know which harlot spawn it refers to.
Guys, monster planet, dark, dangerous. Can we focus here?
Are you frightened of monsters, Peter Quill?
Only the scary ones.
We'll need to find a way out of this jungle.
Why? Let's try that.
Wouldn't you rather be wet than lost?
Not particularly.
Should we ask them for directions?
I'm thinking maybe they are directions.
Seriously? Oh, like a signpost or something.
I'm not saying it's an arrow with the word fortress on it, but statues suggest civilization, and the only settlement I saw when we were topside
It's Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Dead end. That's just great.
Wait, is that Chitauri tech over there?
Ask the Chitauri.
No, it is. It's a retractable bridge. They used them at the prison I was in.
Too bad the controls are on the other side of the giant chasm.
What do you not have time to dawdle in this jungle? I shall hurl the creature over the chasm so he may activate the bridge.
I may activate a hole through your face! Put me down!
It'll be fine. Just curl up in a ball.
What?
Drax, throw him.
No!
Very well.
Peter?
It's okay. He'll land on his feet. I guess that only applies to cats.
You sons of dogs! Scut-busting ass!
I am not familiar with these words.
Filthy grunt scum, but
I think he's making them up. He's really pissed.
You can rot, you free-bagging flarkhole!
At least he's not shooting at us. He missed on purpose, right?
Order the beast to do its job.
Rocket, come on, man.
Cram it, dash face!
Fix the bridge and we'll raise your cut by 5%.
I want 10!
Okay, deal. We'll take it out of Groot's cut. He doesn't understand money anyway.
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you flarking
Thanks for
kidding
the
me?
bridge, Rocket.
I just got hucked over a... If you even...
It's better than wait!
Oh, yeah.
Peter! We don't have all day!
I can't even tell what time it is with this gas stove. The ground has the musty smell of afternoon. Yeah, don't remind me. I do not smell musty. Big lug. Hey, Stormlord! We're catching our deaths over here!
It's just a little rain, Rocket.
What the flark are you doing?
I found a cave!
Stop spelunking and cross the flying bridge! What's Gotg doing on a backwater mudhole?
Perhaps Lady Hellbender repelled an invading swarm. It was among the spoils.
Maybe. Or maybe it's real cozy with the mud.
Ridiculous.
Rocket, can you help me push this over?
I already made you a flarkin' bridge, Quill.
Drax, think you can topple this?
Indeed. I may have angered them.
Them?
We're being hunted.
Great. That's just great.
What's up, people?
Incoming!
Yes, I know we're in a fight.
Blitz him, Rocket!
This is how it's done!
Bro, you're like flying kicks!
Be glad you're not B-sized.
Destroyed by the destroyer! Get it out of your system before we get there!
Well then, start swatting.
Do not watch! You could not have done that, assassin!
No, you don't let them grab me.
Slow him down!
I'm ready! Just find me an opening! I'll enjoy this! This place is infested! Incoming!
Most acceptable! Let the squashing begin! Hold fast!
Rocket! Safety's off! These things would have come in handy a second ago!
Your perception of time is hyperbolic. I have earned my name today!
Bro, you're like flying kicks!
Be glad you're not me-sized. Well then, start swatting.
Enough of these inferior creatures. I yearn for monsters.
Yeah, I'm feeling all turned around as well.
All right, Gamora. Pretty sure it's this way.
50 units says it ain't. No way are we almost there. Still got like half a planet to walk across.
Lady Hellbender could cross this jungle in 7 strides.
Sure she could.
Or she would have flown over the mountains.
Oh, she flies now.
She possesses flying creatures.
Drax, some of your Lady Hellbender tidbits are questionable.
You can say that again.
Or a little less questionable. we so sure this is the way?
The statues here didn't walk into place. They were carried.
All right, Gamora. Pretty sure it's this way.
50 units says it ain't.
He doesn't have 50 units.
No way are we almost there. Still got like half a planet to walk across.
Lady Hellbender could cross this jungle in 7 strides.
Sure she could.
Or she would have flown over the mountains.
I heard she shoots lasers out of her eyes.
Now we're talking.
I have not heard that one.
I heard there are actually 9 of her. That's why they call it Seknarf 9.
Ha! That is preposterous.
That one's preposterous.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just leave it.
What's your problem?
Are you flarkin' kidding me? I just got hucked over a Kratakan cliff!
Better than down it.
I ain't some builder tool you could just throw into or over a hole anytime something needs fixing.
Gamora, mind cutting us a path?
You say that Lady Hellbender feels it every time you cut a piece of her jungle.
An old Nova bomber. I haven't seen one of these since the war. I remember it used to take 12 ships to bring one down.
12 ships. Or 1 Chitauri infiltrator.
I'll take that one as a compliment.
Still no sign of the fortress?
Nope.
Now what's the holdup?
Fear.
No. Just thinking someone else should cross the death pit first. Me and Groot are the merchandise.
Only one of you is the merchandise.
Plan A and Plan B, okay?
Anyone else feeling ready to move on?
Groot says no.
Just go.
No, you just go.
Don't leaders usually cross first?
Not if it's dangerous. Because I need to cover everyone.
Right.
See, it's fine. Perfectly safe.
Fine.
Do not even think of pushing the assassin.
There are so many better ways to kill someone.
Easy does it.
Groot says there's something down there.
Monster.
It doesn't matter.
Of course it matters.
It's unstable either way. Just
saw the giant tentacle.
Nice catch.
You're welcome. Don't get used to it.
Peter Quill, we are not alone here.
I got it.
Alright, guys, anyone know what that is?
A monster!
It is past time, my blade! Buddy, don't get too close to that mouth! That tail means business!
It is the business of murder!
Expose the abdomen!
Hey, let's just sell this thing!
Lady Hellbender would not buy such a pedestrian.
Anything up? Guys, huddle up!
What a blast! I haven't felt this excited since the Galactic War!
Better watch her out there, Quill. She fought. Remember? Whereas me, I don't need to take sides to mow anybody down. I just love making scumbusters go boom!
Okay, I get it. Those creeps out there, fighting them gets the blood pumping.
Oh, yeah.
But if you listen to that pumping too hard, your heart takes a dive and the losing starts. Stay on target and we'll make them all go boom. Who's with me?
Feel my wrath!
We are!
Let me in!
I don't want to get eaten by a sweet tiger!
Hey, at least you can't swallow you whole!
To the ball! We've got the numbers!
One display!
Prepare for pain!
Never see it coming!
This last time I leave! Don't get too close to that mouth! Beware! That's posterior! I shall break their bones!
Hey, let's just sell this thing! Gladly!
Cowardly beast! Finish the battle!
Aw, Stumpy's running away.
That its tail between its legs. I say we go after it. Finish the job.
Anyone ever tell you you're scary?
Yes.
I mean, there's obviously a way out up there, which is exactly what we need. Plus, it'll give us eyes on where we need to go.
It is settled. Let us scale this down contraption.
Yeah, okay. How do we do that?
Good question.
Bodies are still in there? All mummified and stuff?
Starting to wonder if I should be the one with a fancy visor.
I wouldn't trust a thing you said.
We agree for once. I too would prefer Peter Quill's incompetence to the rodent's lies.
The reactor thing there is pretty loose.
And pretty gunked up.
Looks like a few cables are all that's standing between the wing and a makeshift bridge.
First a down resistance ship, now a Nova Corps one.
We're 2 out of 3 on Galactic War bingo.
Guys, the creep
creature we fought is still out there. Are we gonna do something with that reactor unit?
Damaged reactor will make a poor weapon against that creature.
Well...
No explosions, Rocket.
Boring! Maybe this Hell Lady is some old war hero and she can get Nova off our backs.
I wouldn't bring up the war.
How come?
Those of us who took part are not eager to relive its memories.
Gamora, how high up this thing can you climb?
Let's find out.
Are you relishing this moment, assassin?
What moment?
Visiting the grave of your enemies.
Nova Corps weren't my enemies, Drax. They were my father's enemies.
See anything useful up there?
I got eyes on this gunked up reactor. A couple of shots should bring it down. All right. Pretty sure that baby's our ticket upward. Somehow.
It is neither a baby nor a ticket. It is a reactor.
Huh. I wonder about that wing cable. Huh. Looks like there's one of those vintage workbench things back here.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, Rocky, let's see if this thing still works.
Yeah, all right. Just better not get jumped by any monsters. One fine tech upgrade, hot and fresh.
So, where are we?
Waiting for you so that we can scale this contraption.
Ah, right. Drax, moving that thing around ain't a problem, right?
It is not. Just like the mighty Lady Hellbender, I am exceptionally muscular. This unit is tremendously heavy.
Do you even know where to put it?
I have merely followed our leader's directions.
We already got the reactor down, Quill. Don't think there's much else you can do up there.
I thought our objective was to climb the ship. That is what Peter Quill is doing.
You're both right. But if we're gonna get all the way up to the top of this thing, we'll need a different way. Drax, this one's all you.
Gotta say, I get some sick satisfaction from seeing this thing buried in the ground.
Had a few run-ins with Nova Corps, Rocket?
More like run-froms. These things can turn on a dime.
What next, Peter Quill?
This wreck is so rusted out you can hardly see the blue.
Can you get up there now?
Should only take a second. This brings back memories!
Impressive.
See? That was easy. Great teamwork, everyone. I helped in spirit.
All right. Slippery wind-pummeled treetops, here we come.
You know, I really admire our team's commitment to safety.
One thing is clear. We would never have accomplished this task without the assassin.
Did Drax just praise Gamora?
I am giving credit where credit is due.
Took you long enough. We all know Gamora's super cool and super valuable.
And she has not yet tried to kill us. There it is! Lady Hellbender's fortress!
It's gotten bigger, that's for sure.
Ha! It is not getting bigger. We are getting closer.
Thanks, Drax.
What's Captain Distracted up to now? If he calls us over, I'm done. Whoa, 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 guys! There's this totally sweet pile of crap on the ground. So interesting. Let's all stick our fingers in it.
I can hear you downwind.
I can hear you downwind. Come on, guys. We're a team.
Looks like there's a way down here.
Quill, you gotta see this ship.
Behold Lady Hellbender's wrath. Even the Chitauri feared her.
Okay, here we go. Oh, slimy. Guys. You might want to wait to come down here.
Oh, why the Flarkus is so deep?
In a jam voice?
You think?
Some schmack reach!
The sword will not work, woman. Find us a rope.
Yeah, and fast!
Where am I supposed to find a rope?
I don't know, I'm sinking in jelly here.
Quill, do something!
Like what?
Clark.
Quill?
Slimy. Guys! You might want to wait to come down here.
Oh, why the Flargus is so deep?
In a jam, boys?
You think?
Son of a schmack. Reach!
The sword will not work, woman. Find us a rope.
Yeah, and fast!
Where am I supposed to find a rope?
I don't know, I'm sinking in jelly here.
Quill, do something!
Like what?
Clark.
Quill?
What did you just do?
Sorcery.
So cold. Rocket! Somebody get him out of there!
Mind telling us what happened?
I don't know, my glasses, they... I've only done that once before when I was a kid. I don't do it on purpose.
Classic Spartoid tech. Just when you think you've seen it all, you pull scud like this. Just, dude, just...
Leave the guns alone!
Quill, I just want to see how they tick. Otherwise, it might as well be magic.
Or sorcery.
Guys,
DNA coding. Some kind of morphine nano.
Or sorcery.
here we go again.
Instant ice cube! That's fun!
We're so happy for you and your guns, Quill.
The explosive cores are accelerating!
Big melting jelly!
Look out!
Can't hit the middle! We need to rack the spikes inside! Forget the jelly! Nice to meet you! Watch it! Spike!
We fall into the source of the gelatinous creature!
Why do you say that?
accurate.
We're close, but we're gonna need to get up there.
Thinking we can climb up and over.
Ding, ding, ding! Give that man a gold star.
Let's figure out how to make it climbable. Barely any power. Maybe we can muscle those cannons out.
It would give us some steps to climb.
There's a little hole. Drax, think you can drag this cannon out?
I will try. It is more stubborn than expected.
Rocket, you can fit through that hole. Maybe hack something from the inside to make us steps.
Impossible! It will not stay in place.
Drax, can you try again?
Why? It does not stay.
I'm working it out. Trust me.
I cannot hold it forever!
Gotta find a way to lock it in place.
Why will you not yield?
Because it's attached to a recoily thing.
Drax, can you try again?
Succumb to me, fiendish machine!
No.
I did it!
Impressive, Peter Quill.
Now we gotta get the next one out. Rocket, I need you to squeeze inside that little hole and try to knock the gun loose from the inside.
Hello? Chitauri ship full of booby traps and death mechanisms?
But you love both those things.
You're right, I do. And I always wanted to see the inside of one of these bug bombers. Fine. Oh, what reeks in here? That's... Oh, Scott.
You okay in there, Rocket?
I found the crew. I guess not even the worms want to eat that Chitauri meat.
Rocket.
Relax. Just gonna reroute the little bit of remaining power to the cannon and... nothing. You know what? Clark it! I'm blowing it up!
What? Hang on! Think about all the booby traps and...
Ha! Look at it go! He must have jump-started the thing.
Rocket, you okay?
Yeah! And dry now, too!
If I never see another one of these ships again, it'll be too soon.
On that alone, we are agreed.
There, now we have our way up.
Come on, Quill, let me get a look at them guns.
No, you're not tinkering with my only means of defense.
Fine, I'll swipe them next time you're asleep.
And I'll be sleeping with them under my pillow.
Good, now I know where to find them.
Gamora, can you clear the path through that junk?
Yes, Peter Quill. Onward to the palace of the great giantess.
Oh, so she's a giantess now.
It is said that Lady Hellbender stands 50 heads tall.
Doesn't tell you much. Depends whose head. Ever met a regalian?
Yes, their heads are ridiculous.
Oh, man. Another murder tentacle.
Careful. It might be playing dead. That is not a happy monster.
Well, at least it left.
Come on. Why is the bridge always on the wrong side?
I could throw.
Touch me again, and I paint these cliffs green.
Okay, okay. No throwing and no shooting. There's gotta be another way across. We just look around.
Lady Hellbender.
Let me guess. She would have laid over the ravine and let us walk across on her back.
I was going to explain that she would have thrown the woodland creature without hesitation.